Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, a channel where I try and showcase the fun that can be had in the world of variant Sudoku. And today I return to a puzzle, or puzzles from FullDeck and missing a few cards. And this is one that was recommended a couple of times, so I'm giving it a shot, because this is called pacing back and forth. We all want to get lost sometimes, and I'm assuming this is because this is a palindrome puzzle. And I don't know that I've done a palindrome puzzle by FullDeck and missing a few cards before. It's possible I have, but I remember talking to them and hearing that they haven't done many of them. So this will be interesting. Of course, there'll be a link below to where you can try this puzzle for yourself. And I'm really tempted to do a set of FullDeck and missing a few cards puzzles again, because I get so many of requests to do them. And I think it's because they publish puzzles every week, and people do those puzzles and want to see me attempt them. I can do them because they're puzzles that have are published for free, so therefore they're actually able to be featured, whereas a lot of people who publish puzzle sets and everything do not publish them for free, and therefore they are not something that could be recommended for a feature. So I think that's why I get so many recommendations or requests to do FullDeck and missing a few cards puzzles. As for puzzle sets that are released for free, the Sudoku series of puzzles, which set 7 is currently airing and has just been released, they're available for people to stream. So if you wish to recommend one of those to another solver that you like, you are more than free to do so. Those puzzles, both Sudoku Tunes and Sudoku Takeout, are fully available for other people to stream or to do puzzle solve videos of. I'm going to look at pacing back and forth by FullDeck and missing a few cards. What are the rules? We've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have palindromes. Digits along these palindromes read the same forwards as backwards along the line. So if let's use this one. If this was to go 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, that would be a valid palindrome, because 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 is the same as 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. If I was to change this to a 4, this doesn't work anymore, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1 is not the same as 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. They have to be the same when read from either direction. Cages, digits in cages may not repeat, so and must sum to the value shown in the upper left corner of the cage. So for example, on this 9 cage, I couldn't do 2, 2, and 5, even though they do sum to 9, which meets one of the requirements. There is a repeated digit, and that doesn't work. But we must make the digits in the cage sum to the total given without repeating digits. And ratio pairs, cells separated by a black dot are in a 2 to 1 ratio. Not all dots are necessarily given, so it's perfectly fine for those dots to be in a 2 to 1 ratio without a dot. All we know is that these dots are definitely in a 2 to 1 ratio. I am going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So what can we tell about this grid? So we know that there must be a 1 in an 8 cage, and this must either be 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4, because once you've got a 1 in the 8 cage, the other two digits have to sum to 7. And the reason there must be a 1 in an 8 cage, by the way, is if I don't include a 1, the minimum digits would be 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4 sums to 9, and I'm over the 8 total. So there must be a 1. The other two digits have to sum to 7. I can't use 1, 6 because I've already used the 1, so it's 2, 5 or 3, 4. So they're the possibilities. So that means that this digit and this digit are also from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this digit here can't be a 5 because there's no 2 to 1 ratio for it. So this can't be a 5. So if this is a 1, well, this can't be a 1, because if this is a 1, this would be a 2. 1 plus 2, it'd only be 3, and that would need to be 12. So that doesn't work. This can't be a 3. If this is a 3, this would be a 6, because you can't halve 3, it'd have to double. 3 and 6 is 9, and that would need to be a 6. So this isn't a 3. This is a 2 or a 4. So this up here is only 2 or 4. Now, if this is a 2, this couldn't be a 1, because if this is a 2 and this is a 1, I've got the same problem. So this is 2, 4, or 8. And there must be a 4 in here, so there's no 4 here. Now, if this is 2, 4, this would be 6 and need to sum to 9. So this can't be 2, 4. This has to be 4, 8. And 4 and 8 sums to 12, and that's a 3, which means this is a 3, this is a 4, 3 and 4 is 7, so this is the 1. Great. That's a nice little break in. There must, now this 8 cage is a 1, and I need 2 digits that sum to 7, which isn't 1, 6 or 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 5. And if these are 1, 2, 5, these are 1, 2, 5. Can I do, well, this isn't a 1, this is a 2 or a 5. Can I do anything with that? I can see 4 is in one of those 3 cells because I can't put 4 in any of those. And if I put a 4 there, I'd have to put a 4 there, which I can't. So 4 is in one of those 3. This not being able to be 1 means there's no 1 in here. 1 is in one of those 2. Is it this? If this is 5, these would have to sum to 5 and be 2, 3. If this is 2, these would have to be 7, which could be 1, 6, 2, 5. Hang on. Or 5. Sorry, no, that's wrong. This is a 5, these sum to 5. I couldn't do 1, 4 or 5, 0, so it'd be 2, 3. If this is a 2, these sum to 8, which is 1, 7, 2, 6, or 5, 3. So this is only 3, 6, or 7. Well, let's look at this dot maybe. Because this can't be 1, 2. If it was 2, 4, this would be 6 and this would need to be 15. If this is 3, 6, this is 9 and that would need to be a 12. So this is a 4, 8. And if this is a 4, 8 summing to 12, that's a 9, which goes down making that a 9. If that's a 4, 8, then 2 from the end of the palindrome, that's a 4, 8. If this is 9, 4, then that is 13, and that would need to be another 9. That's an 8. These sum to 17. 22 minus 17 is 5. But if that's an 8, and that's a 4. Okay. Now what? Now what? Is it this black dot? I'm actually not sure. This 12 cage can't have a 3 or a 5 in it. Now, if it doesn't have a 1, 2 in it, this blows the total, a 1 or a 2. Now, it must have a 1 or a 2, because if it doesn't have a 1 or a 2 in it, the minimum now would be 4, 6, and 7, because it can't have 3, 5. And 4, 6, 7 sums to 17, which is way over 12. So there is a 1 or a 2 in it. Now, but I can't use both 1 and 2, because if I use both 1 and 2, that sums to 3, and the third digit would need to be 9, and it can't be. So there's a single 1, 2 in it. There has to be a 4 in this cage, because I could use 1, 1, 2. If I don't use a 4, because 5's not available, the next 2 lowest digits would be 6 and 7, which sums to 13 on their own. So there must be a 4 in this cage. And I can't put it there. So there's a 4 in one of those 2. If that's a 4, that's a 4, and it can't be. That's not a 4. This is a 4. Which restricts the 10 cage? No, but it restricts this dot. This can only be 1, 2 or 3, 6. Because it can't be 2, 4 or 4, 8. But what do those sum to now? These have to sum to 8. They could be 1, 7 or 2, 6. They can't be 3, 5. So that digit reflects there, which is 1, 7 or 2, 6. And that digit so those digits, those 2 digits there are those 2 digits there. So those sum to 8, those sum to 8. If those sum to 8, that has to be a 9 to make the total work. Oh, that's the same as was happening there. Those digits were the same as those digits. And this was a 22, so that had to be one higher than that. I could probably repeat this. Those digits are those digits. So this digit being, this cage is 7 higher than this. So this digit has to be 7 higher than that digit. And it's the same here. Those sum to 7, those sum to 7. So this digit had to be 7 higher than that digit. This digit is 3 higher than this digit. 2 higher than this digit, which is 1, 2, 5. Hang on. Those digits there, this is an 8 cage, but those two digits, let's use dark blue, are the same as those two digits. I didn't see this. So this digit must be 2 higher than this. So this can't be a 6 because that can't be a 4. And this can't be a 2 because that can't be a 0. This is only 1 or 5. This isn't a 1, so this isn't a 7. So this isn't a 1 and this isn't a 7. But I can keep going with this. This is those two digits. So this digit is 2 higher than that. Because those have the same sum as those, and this cage is 2 higher. So this is 3, 4, 5, or 8. That's not helping me. But this one being 7 higher than that. So this is 1 or 2 only. And this is 8 or 9, and it can't be 8. This is 9, this is 2. And these now have to sum to 7. These have to sum to 7. Which if they're 1, 6 is 1 here with 6 here. They can't be 2, 5. If they're 3, 4, it's 3 here and 4 here. So this is 1 or 3, and this is 4 or 6. I get the fit. But that's really cool, but I can't see how to use it. So I can get rid of this colouring because I've done the 9 and the 8. It's got to be this, doesn't it? I'm definitely having trouble scanning this one. 8 is in one of those two cells. Because 8 and 8, that can't be an 8. So 8 is in one of those two cells because these two digits sum to 8. So 8 is in one of those, and I can't put an 8 in a 10 cage. This is an 8, so this is an 8, and those two digits sum to 10. One 9 seems possible. It would be 1, 9. But this has to be, no, because this is 2 lower than this. So it can't be 1, 9. So let's look at it here. Those digits sum to 8, which is 1, 7, 2, 6, 3, 5, or 6, 2. This can't be a 2, so this can't be a 6 because of that. So this is 5, 6, or 7. These have to sum to 10. So these can't be 5. If that's not a 5, this can't be a 3. This is a 1 or a 2, which means this can't be 3 or 6. This is a 1, 2 pair. The 1, 2 pair makes this the 5, making that the 2, which means this is the 2, this is the 5. 2 and 5 is 7, meaning that's a 3. 2 and 5 is 7, meaning that's the 1. And this one is done. This is cool. The 2 is looking down, making that the 1 and that the 2. That's 10. So this is a 6, meaning this is a 6. These sum to 14. So this has to be 2 higher, making that the 4. And the blue is done. This is nuts. What do you expect from FullDeck and missing a few cards? Total genius. And that's what we've got. So these have to sum to 9. They're not 1, 8, 2, 7 or 4, 5. This is a 3, 6 pair. So this isn't a 6. And these digits had to sum to 8. So this isn't a 2. So this isn't a 6 and this isn't a 2. Oh, the 1 makes that the 2. 2 and 9 is 11, so that's the 6. This is the 6, and this is the 2, and I'm done with these. The 1 looks up, making that the 3. They sum to 5, so that's the 4, which means this is the 3, this is the 4. I'm done with all of the colouring now, and my totals are done. So now I'm just down to Sudoku. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 go in. That 5 means that's the 7, that's the 5. This box, 1, 2, 3, 7, and 9. The 3 takes the 3 out of both of those. That's the 3. So this is the 6, this is the 3. 1, 5, not 4, 1, 5, and 7 go in. The 7 comes out of those. So that's the 7, and this is a 1, 5 pair. Over here, 1, 7, 9. The 1 and the 9 already in row 5 makes that the 7. This is a 1, 9 with the 9, 1 looking down, making that the 9, that the 1. By palindrome, that makes that the 9, making that the 7 and that the 9. This is cool. This row is quite restricted. 1, 2, 6. The 1 and the 2 in the column makes that the 6. And the 1 looks down, making that the 2 and that the 1. I'm looking for where I've got either a row, a column, or the box most restricted. Here, 1, 7, and 8. There's already an 8 in row 4, so they're not 8. That's the 8. The 1 looks up, making that the 7 and that the 1, which makes this the 1, which makes this the 5 and this the 1. And now I'm done with all the constraints. I'm just down to Sudoku now. Row 2 has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are what's missing. The 7 and the 8 here makes this the 6, taking 6 out of both of those. The 8 looks up, making that the 7 and this one the 8. I'm just cleaning up at this point, which is fine. I have no problem with that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lots of places. 6 is right in the corner because of the 2 6s. So these are 5, 7, and 9. I can't put 7 in either of those. So that's the 7 and the 5 looks up, making that the 9 and that the 5. So let's do these columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, and 8. I'll use that 8 to make that the 5 and that the 8. I need to put a 1 in this box, which can't go in either of those or there. That's the 1. This is a triple, which is 3, 4, and 7. The 3 and the 4 in row 9 makes that the 7. Take the 7 out of those, and I'll use the 4 looking down to make that the 3 and that the 4. This row is missing its 7. This box is missing 2, 5, and 6. The 2 and the 6 makes that the 5. Take the 5 out of those. The 6 looks down, making that the 2 and that the 6. I've only got one box to do now. I need to put a 2 in. It's not in column 7 or 8, and it's not in row 3. So that's the 2. Need to put a 3 in, which is not in row 7 or 9, not in row 1, sorry, column 7 or 9. I'm putting in a 3, not a 9. Saying 9, typing a digit, putting in the wrong thing. There's no 4 in any of those or there. That's the 4. These are 5, 8, 9. Let's just pencil mark them at this point. The 8 comes out of both of those. So that's the 8. And then the 5 looks up, making that the 9 and that the 5. Beautiful. Now, this has already had 2,267 solves. Now, I have noticed that a lot of FullDeck and missing a few cards puzzles are starting to get up in solution counts because so many people subscribe to their newsletter, and you should, but it is possible this was featured somewhere. And again, that's great. That is absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend that if you see puzzles that you like, recommend them to BremSter. Apparently he does an okay job, but also other channels that you like. I am still mostly watching Timotab and Puzzle Patzer, but there are other ones out there that are really, really good as well. So yeah, feel free to just enjoy. There's a lot of other puzzle creators out there, and we do try and share the love. We're a big community, and we should support each other as much as we can. Thank you everyone for watching. This is really, really fun. I'm really tempted to grab one of the other FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards puzzles out of the queue for tomorrow, because I've got a lot of them. I've had like 30 recommended over the last few months, and they're just fun. I really enjoy them. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.